Imagine you are sitting at a red light in your silent, luxurious SUV. Next to you, a loud, screaming supercar pulls up, revving its engine like it has something to prove. You look at your dashboard, tap a button, and the moment that light turns green, bam, you are gone. No noise, no drama, just pure, neck-snapping physics that leaves that supercar wondering if they just saw a ghost. This isn't a dream, and it's not a science fiction movie. This is the 2026 Porsche Cayenne Electric Coupe. But wait, is this just a heavy battery on wheels? Or is it still a true Porsche? Is it worth the massive price tag, or are you just paying for the badge? Today, on Avengers Autos, we are stripping away the marketing hype to give you the real, honest truth about the most controversial Cayenne ever made. Stick around, because this review is going to get electric. The design, a 911 that went to the gym. Let's talk looks. If you've seen the gas-powered Cayenne, you'll recognize the silhouette, but the electric coupe feels like it's been hitting the gym. It's wider, lower, and honestly, a bit more aggressive. Porsche calls it the Flyline, that sloping roofline that mimics the 911. The biggest change? The front end. Since there's no massive engine to cool, the nose is more closed off, giving it a sleek, aerodynamic look that screams I'm from the future. You get these sharp, matrix-led headlights that look like they could cut through diamonds. At the back, the light bar is one continuous, thin line of red fire. But here's the practical catch. That coupe roofline looks amazing, but it does eat into your rear headroom. If your friends are over 6 feet tall, they might start complaining after 20 minutes. And the wheels? You can go up to 22 inches, which looks stunning, but be prepared. Every time you hit a pothole, your heart and your nut will feel it. Is it the best looking SUV in the world? Tell me in the comments, do you prefer this or the classic SUV shape? The interior, a spaceship with leather seats. Step inside and you're greeted by what Porsche calls the flow display. It's a massive curved old screen that wraps toward the driver. It feels less like a car and more like a high-end gaming setup. The 14.25-inch digital cluster is crystal clear, none of that laggy cheap tablet feel you find in some other EVs. Porsche has finally moved the gear selector to the dashboard, which opens up a ton of space in the center console for your phone, coffee, and whatever else you carry. The materials? Top-notch. We're talking pepper-to-cloth inserts and Race-Tex headliners. It feels expensive because, well, it is. One thing I love, they kept some physical switches for the volume and AC. Thank you, Porsche. Trying to find the AC off button in a sub-menu while driving at ATM fee is a nightmare nobody wants. However, the gloss black surfaces are absolute fingerprint magnets. Within 10 minutes, it looks like a crime scene of smudges. Keep a microfiber cloth in the glove box, you'll need it. Hashtag Tech and AI, your new best friend who never sleeps. This is where things get really Avengers Autos style. The 2026 Cayenne features an AI-powered voice assistant called Voice Pilot. It's not like the old systems where you had to speak like a robot. You can literally say, "Hey, I'm feeling a bit cold and I'm hungry for sushi," and it will adjust the climate and find the best-rated Japanese spot on your route. It also learns your habits. If you usually call your brother at 5 p.m., it'll suggest it. If you always use the Sport Plus mode on a specific stretch of road, it'll ask if you want it ready. Then there's the passenger display. Your co-pilot gets their own 14.9-inch screen to watch movies or play games. And don't worry, it has a special film so the driver can't see it. No distracted driving here. But let's be real. How often is your passenger actually going to use that instead of their phone? It's cool tech, but maybe a bit of a gimmick for most people. Hashtag performance concept. The numbers are stupid in a good way. Okay, let's talk power. The base Cayenne Electric starts with 442 horsepower. That's plenty. But if you step up to the Turbo Electric, you're looking at a mind-blowing 1,139 horsepower. Yes, you read that right. It does 0 to 100 km 62 amp in 2.5 seconds. That is faster than almost every gasoline supercar on the road today. It uses an 800-volt architecture, which means it charges incredibly fast. We're talking 10 to 80% in about 16 minutes if you find a 390 kW fast charger. The battery is around 108 kWh, giving you a real-world range of about 580 to 660 km, depending on how heavy your right foot is. In the real world, if you drive it like a Porsche, expect closer to 500 km. Is that enough for you, or do you still have range anxiety? Hashtag driving feel. Does it still feel like a Porsche? This is the million-dollar question. EVs are usually fast, but they can feel like driving a very quick refrigerator, numb and heavy. Porsche fought this by adding active ride suspension. When you turn into a corner, the car actually leans into it like a motorcycle to keep the body flat. It masks the weight of the batteries incredibly well. The steering is heavy and precise, exactly what you'd expect from the brand. But, and there's always a but, it's quiet. Too quiet. There's no V8 rumble, no downshift pops. Porsche has a sports sound that plays through the speakers, and it sounds like a futuristic spaceship, which is cool for a week, but you might eventually miss the mechanical soul of an engine. It's a different kind of fun, surgical and efficient rather than raw and loud. Hashtag safety and practicality, the boring but important stuff. Safety-wise, it's a tank. You get every sensor imaginable, night vision, 360-degree cameras that look like a Hollywood movie, and an automated parking system that can squeeze this big beast into the tightest spots without you even being in the car. Practicality is a mixed bag. You get a frunk, now 90 liters of space for your charging cables or a small bag. The main trunk is 534 liters. It's enough for a family trip, but the Coupe's sloping back means you can't stack boxes very high. If you're a DIY enthusiast who loves hauling furniture, get the standard SUV version, not the Coupe. Hashtag market positioning. Who is this for? Porsche isn't trying to beat the Tesla Model X or the BMW iX on price. They are positioning this as the luxury performance standard. It's for the person who wants the best EV on the planet and doesn't care about the cost. It competes directly with the Lotus Eletre and the upcoming electric Range Rover. Compared to the Macan Electric, the Cayenne is significantly larger, more powerful, and much more prestigious. It's the boss car of the electric SUV world. Hashtag final verdict, the Avengers Autos seal of truth. So, here is the bottom line. The 2026 Porsche Cayenne Electric Coupe is a masterpiece of engineering. It's faster than it has any right to be, the tech is genuinely useful, and it still handles like a Porsche. The pros. Insane acceleration modal is a rocket. Best-in-class charging speeds. High-tech interior that actually feels luxury. The cons. The price is astronomical. The coupe roof limits rear space. You'll miss the V8 sound if you're a traditional petrol head. Expected price, the base model starts around $111,000, but once you add the must-have options and go for the turbo, you're looking at $165,000 to $190,000. Expected launch, deliveries are expected to begin in late 2025 to early 2026, depending on your region. Hashtag outro, join the squad. And that is the full breakdown of the 2026 Porsche Cayenne Electric Coupe. What do you think? Is an electric Porsche still a real Porsche, or has the world gone crazy? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one of them. If you enjoyed this honest, no hype review, do me a huge favor, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon. We've got some incredible 2026 comparisons coming up that you do not want to miss. This is Shaheen from Avengers Autos, keeping it real, keeping it fast, and keeping it electric. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.